time we fade away. In the darkness we decay. Haunted echoes fill the night. In the shadows we take flight. No escape from the ghostly cries. In the darkness we realize. Memories like shattered glass. In the mirror they slowly pass. Every step a haunted tread. In the night we join the dead. Lost in time we fade away. In the darkness we decay. Haunted echoes fill the night. In the shadows we take flight. No escape from the ghostly cries. In the darkness we realize. In the silence we find our fate. In the darkness it's too late. Haunted echoes guide our path. In the shadows we feel their wrath. Haunted echoes fill the night. In the shadows we take flight. No escape from the ghostly cries. In the darkness we realize. Underneath the blood-red moon, in the shadows we're attuned. A taste of life, a fleeting breath. In the night we dance with death. Eternal night, we're bound to roll. In the dark we find a hole. Though the vampire's lament, a cursed refrain. In the night we feel no pain. In the shadows we find our bliss. Eternal hunger, a deadly kiss. The deadly kiss. The deadly kiss. Eyes like fire, hearts of stone. In the night we walk alone. No salvation, no release. In the dark we find our peace. Eternal night, we're bound to roll. In the dark we find our home. Though the vampires lament, a cursed refrain. In the night we feel no pain. In the shadows we find our bliss. Eternal hunger, a deadly kiss. A deadly kiss. A deadly kiss. In the silence we hear the call. In the darkness we will fall. The night consumes us, heart and soul. In the shadows we lose control. we feel no pain. In the shadows we find our bliss. Eternal hunger, a deadly kiss. A deadly kiss. A deadly kiss, kiss. A deadly kiss, kiss. A deadly kiss. Side by side, whispered secrets, a tender touch. In the dark we need so much. The moonlight dances on our skin. In the night our dreams begin. In the nocturnal embrace we find our way. In the darkness we'll never stray. Nocturnal hearts beating as one. In the night we're never done. Silent steps in the midnight hour. In the shadows we feel the power. Every breath a stolen kiss. In the night we find our bliss. The moonlight dances on our skin. In the night our dreams begin. In the nocturnal embrace we find our way. In the darkness we'll never stray. Nocturnal hearts beating as one. In the night we're never done. crimson tide. In this sorrow we cannot hide. Crimson tears fall from the sky. In the shadows we learn to fly. In the darkness we find our fears. We are bound by our crimson tears. Echoes of a forgotten pain. In the shadows we wear the chain. Every whisper a ghostly call. In the night we lose it all. Echoes of a forgotten pain. In the shadows we wear the chain. Every whisper a ghostly call. In the night we lose it all. Through the veil of night we go. In the silence our pain will show. Crimson rivers guide our way. In the darkness we will stay. Crimson tears fall from the sky. In the shadows we learn to fly. In the darkness we find our fears. We are bound by our crimson tears. doubts they lead astray, fading forms in the misty light. In the darkness we take flight. In the haze we're not alone. In the night we make it home. Silhouettes in the fog, drifting by. In the shadows we come alive. In the night we find our peace. In the darkness we never cease. Silent whispers, voices lost. In the fog we pay the cost. Every step a silent scream. In the night we chase the dream. In the haze we're not alone. In the night we make it home. Silhouettes in the fog, drifting by. In the shadows we come alive. In the night we find our peace. In the darkness we never cease. Through the fog we find our way. In the shadows we will stay. Silhouettes of what we were. In the night we still endure. Silhouettes in the fog, drifting by. In the shadows we come alive. In the night we find our peace. In the darkness we never cease. In the silence of the empty room, echoes of love now met with gloom. Fading memories, a shattered grace. In the dark I see your face. The empty spaces where you used to be haunt the shadows, follow me. Echoes of a broken heart. In the dark we fall apart. In the night our love is gone. In the silence we move on. Every promise now a lie. In the ruins we say goodbye. Tears of sorrow, a final plea. In the night we cease to be. The empty spaces where you used to be haunt the shadows, follow me. Echoes of a broken heart. In the dark we fall apart. In the night our love is gone. In the silence we move on. Echoes of a broken heart. In the dark we fall apart. In the night our love is gone. In the silence we move on. In the ashes of what we were, the pain remains, the memories blur. Echoes linger in the night. In the darkness out of sight. red. In the silence, the truth is torn. From the ashes, the lost are born. We dance on the edge of despair. In the cold, we find comfort there. Under the shadow of a dying sun. We are many, but we are one. Under the eclipse of the heartless, we fall into the night's caress. No salvation, no reprieve. In the darkness we deceive. where all the light has been destroyed. A lonely figure stands apart, the last echo, a broken heart. In the shadow, a dying world, where the dust dreams are swirled. Loneliness walks the endless night, the last echo, fading light. He's haunted, the ghosts, the past. In the ruins, his memories cast. Through the fog,